What's going on, y'all? So we got some debating going on this topic right now. Get away from the other stuff, and it's on Ghost of Yotei, which I'm on right now. Just and you guys don't even look at it, just beautiful. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. It's an amazing game. I'm on the Watanabe mode with the lofi music going on. But right here, apparently Ghost of Yotei, as it says, we're gonna check out some other stuff, has already sold more than 1 million copies at launch. I mean, that's to me that just seems reasonable for a Sony game like this that's needed. I don't think that's like, oh no, somebody's making up. So it's like no, 1 million is like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Selling faster than Tsushima, which makes sense. Ghost of Yotei would have already managed to sell more than 1.3 million copies on its first day. Tsushima achieved 1.25. So if they're saying it's selling faster than it is, then obviously it is higher than 1.25 million. So it's pretty easily to put it at 1.3 and above. That's a reasonable deduction and calculation. I could say, okay, that's a very good round off. I'm not one to really say that's not possible, but we're going to read on the article that is basically saying where this came from. So one of the first counts is right here, as we see going down. This person says it's on the first day. I guess they have a problem with Smash. Ghost of Yotei has sold 1 million copies just during the first day of launching. Talking about the boycotting. Also 60 million budget, that's going to be hard. Apparently it sold 1.3 million with only 24 hours of releasing. Don't tell him that, as people are basically getting into the heat and the debate on Twitter. You know how it is on Twitter, guys. So we're going to see how this is going to be playing out. But either way, I'm telling you guys, this game is great. I'm loving it. None of that stuff actually is really affecting the game. Like, it's not affecting any dialogue or any of that. It's an amazing game, and it feels like a true sequel. The open world does not feel fatigued. I'm telling you right now, like, I love samurais, you know what I mean? Samurais are one of my favorite things. I take it very serious, you know what I mean? Yeah, I got this armor right here and everything. We're playing on ray tracing. Let me show you guys. We're playing on the ray tracing pro setting. 60 frames. It's flawless. It never drops or anything. It runs very well. And I'll tell you right, this is one of the best looking games I've ever played, and it's good. Like, of course, you're gonna get that typical Sony direction, the emotional stuff, the close little character coming to the side, but they've improved upon that like big time. And not to talk too much about this because I'm gonna have some impression videos on this, and we're getting to that. I got a full armor set here, but yeah, this game is good. It's not disappointing. You know me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you how it is. And then you have Grums, which there's always a double-edged sword with people with him. I can understand. The person's claiming 1 million copies sold for Ghost of Yotei. Their source, a random tweet from an account which is 10K followers. They are running PR hard for this game. I don't think that it could necessarily be the case. I can understand if you want to follow a certain agenda that they do and exposure. But my thing is why would this game not sell 1 million copies, being a PlayStation first-party exclusive and hitting 87 meta? That's just not that hard. I can understand if they're like, it opened at 3 million and they're making it up, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about that. So let's go ahead and go to this article. This is where it started. Ghost of Yotei is already a massive success, written by Abdullah Wasim. Ghost of Yotei has already managed to sell over 1.3 million copies on its first day. It has sold faster than Ghost of Tsushima, which sold about 1.25, which we saw. The latest title has also received the universal praise from both the players and critics. Despite all the controversy surrounding the game, Ghost of Yotei has come out on top and managed to garner a mostly positive reception from both the players and the critics. Is it reportedly even doing well in the sales department? It is reportedly even doing well in the sales department. Let me correct that. According to some new information, and guys, I'm not saying this is 100% true, but I believe this to be believable because it doesn't make sense for this game not to sell that. I believe this game's gonna sell a couple million and be easy profit for Sony. Ghost of Yotei has already sold over 1 million copies on its first day. It is selling faster pace than the predecessor, Ghost of Tsushima, which will be a welcome sign for Sucker Punch. Why it matters. Before the release, Yotei's success looked questionable based on the people's reactions, and of course we know the political drama. And however, it is thriving based on sales figures, which I can understand in real life over video games, and that's why I understand that. Like, okay, I understand. You know what I mean? So we've got past that. Hearing 1.3 million sold on the first day for Yotei, this is the account, ever so slightly ahead of Tsushima's first 24 hours of 1.25 million. Tsushima kept pace on its second day with another 1.15 million sold. Can Yotei keep up? I'm not so sure, but it's probably possible. They got the install base now, so This is the thing about this guy. If he's making that up, then all he's going to do is get X'd out and nobody's ever going to take him serious again. So we have to remember that and hold him to this in this video as well. Going down, according to the insider, Millie here, Ghost of Yotei on the first day sold 1.3 million copies, while Tsushima did 1.25, which put it ahead of its predecessor. It will be seen whether it can keep it up in the long run. As of 2024, Tsushima has sold over 13 million copies. Deserved it. I got the platinum on it, and I'll show you guys that you know we're rolling over here, which is a decent number for an exclusive title. But in that time frame, it also released on PC. The general response towards Yotei is more positive, hinting at good things to come. So before we finish this off, let me go ahead and get that up for you guys. Let's go to the trophies. All right, you know, my last 2 platinums were Ragnarok and Frontiers. If you look up, I got 56 platinums. Let's go down and find Ghost. As you know, Stellar Blade, Strangers, Days Gone. Yeah, I platinum all first party because I tell people Grand Boo. Ghost of Tsushima, here we are. 100%. As you guys see, I did that in 2023. I waited for the PS5 version. I didn't even get it at launch. And I kind of regretted it, but I'm like, you know what? I got to play that more max out experience. So that was fine to me. Obviously, I'm going to get the platinum on this too because I love the game and I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. I got to tell you, when it comes to samurais, yeah, Bleach is my favorite anime for a reason. So I was always excited for this. It's a big thing for me because AC disappointed, you know, so this is way better. Trust me. Yeah, we're gonna keep it real over here. Yeah, this is way better. So yeah, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. We're gonna get back to this over here, but to finish this off though, Sucker Punch's latest title was already topping pre-orders on the PlayStation 5, so the success was imminent. The profit margin on the title will also be massive. Yeah, because it was only a 60 million budget. Considering its budget was similar to Tsushima, maybe it might be a little bit more, but even then it's under 100 million. People were probably thinking 150, 200 million plus because that's usual. Sony was complaining about like budget costs on single player games, the rising cost of development, and then we found a miracle here and they ended up making it that good with only 60 million. That's the way for Sony. You know what I mean? That paves the way for what they need to follow. So considering this budget was similar to Tsushima, unlike most PlayStation sequels, and we see it's selling 1 million already, I'm telling you. It already is pretty much at that breaking even. Nonetheless, the studio has another hit on its hands. One of the best parts about Ghost of Yotei is how well it is optimized. That day one patch made it just, I'm telling you guys, there is no bugs, no like drops or none of that on ray tracing 60 frames on the Pro. No matter how intense it gets, it's crystal clear. This engine is amazing. This is what I hope Unreal Engine 5 could have done. Think about it. Man, get some Sony engines out, please. Shoot, they can take over. One of the best parts about Ghost of Yotei is how well optimized it is for even the base PS5. And it runs almost identical to the most powerful PS5 Pro because that's how it should be. You know what I mean? This is a good example. This set a positive aspect for Sony in different ways that I want people to see. Just in those fashions where it's like, man, I could imagine if Unreal Engine 5 could be this beautiful. You know what I mean? Guys, just want you to think about it. I'm gonna give you guys just check out this photo mode real quick. It's a living photo mode. Living. You can add effects to it. Let me tell you what I mean. Just some old music right here. Just do that. Ratio. You can add whatever. Emotes to her. You can hide her. You can see this is an animated photo mode. Change the weather. It's pretty badass. I have to say, there's some really cool things on this game. You can change the whole atmosphere, guys. You have so much creativity in this living photo mode, not a frozen photo mode. So just to give y'all an example of how badass that is. There's so many cool things to this game. Like the open world is not boring, I promise you. It feels immersive, like closer to kind of like what they're doing with Zelda. They're really adding that element to it. There's elements of surprises and stuff. And it's just great that you can adventure, talk with people. Sometimes you come to the camp, people are dead, you know? It feels very adventurous, alive. The combat is sick. I mean, I'm just going to tell you, we're not going to do too much gameplay. I have not been disappointed and had any outs of boredom yet. So, let me know what you guys think about it selling 1.3 million. Do you think it's made up? Or do you think that that's pretty obvious and it's going to sell a couple million more before the end of the year maybe? So, that's my thoughts about this. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a great day. Enjoy this game. Yeah, it's the real deal. Later.